And I am hoping that you guys are jumping on right now. It is Dr. Ava Eagle Brown, your life and big business strategist. As you can tell, I've got a really husky voice today, so please forgive me. We're jumping on here with Judith Germain, and for a while I haven't done the Purpose Walk broadcast. So for those of us who've been asking, Ava, where's Purpose Walk? Where's Purpose Walk? We are here again, and tonight I am doing an amazing interview with a super duper amazing lady called Judith Germain. On the Purpose Walk podcast, Judith, what we really do is talk to individuals about their journey, about what they do, about who they are. And so this is going to be streamed as well on my YouTube channel, and it will go to my list. So I just want you to know that a lot of people will see this. So Judith, I normally don't read bios inside here purely because I believe that no matter how fluffy the bio sounds, people are best at telling us who they are. So I invite you now to tell us who you are so that my people here on the live can see it. And when it goes out, everybody can know who you are from your perspective. So Judith, welcome to Purpose Walk Podcast. How are you?
I'm fine. Hello.
Awesome. Good to have you here. Judith, first of all, tell them how we met, because I think that's really important. And then tell us what you do, because I really want to hear that. And then I'll talk about what we're going to dig into tonight, because you're all about bringing out the maverick in people. And I love that. So tell them how we met, and then who you are, how you show up in the world, and then we jump right in.
Hi. Well, it was amazing when we met. We met at a conference that we were both speaking at 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Is it? Yeah, it was, right?
You did an amazing talk. I did an amazing
talk. So did you.
And funny enough, we actually kind of met in the toilet, actually.
Yeah. Isn't that the cutest thing? In the toilet when you're just rushing around. But it was a great way that we met. So I'm excited because it was out of the hustle and the bustle, and we got a chance to really connect.
Yeah. So we decided to have a chat, and we've had a couple of chats now, and we've got in common. So I'm excited to be here.
Great. Hi, Moya. How you doing? Judith, here's the thing, right? Moya, please tag the other guys so they can jump on. Here's the thing, Judith. If there wasn't, I'm a big lover of, I believe a lot in energy and synergy. And you probably have seen on my Facebook page and in my space, I share about my emotional energy. I'm very big on it. And purely because I protect my energy a lot, purely because there was a time when letting too much of the raw space drained me, destroyed me almost, and left me empty. So the fact that we're having this conversation, and I invite you in my private space in my Facebook group, and I share with my tribe and my audience, means that our energies are really great. So tell us who you are, because I saw you do an amazing talk, and I must say that I go to a lot of events, and I don't always, you know how it goes. You find some people who are great, some people are not so great. And it's not being disrespectful, it's just the truth. But you were very succinct. You had a great message, a good stage presence. Tell my audience who you are in the world, because our needs to be shared.
Okay, thank you. The first thing that comes up when you say that is I'm a woman of integrity. And I believe that everybody's here to role model change. So whatever we should do should be intentional. You know, people watch us, they see us as partners, as teachers, as parents, and they watch what we do. I guess I'm a Maverick Catalyst. So I define my Mavericks as willfully independent people. And I help other people get their Maverick out, really, because I believe that if you're a socialized Maverick, you have the power to change the world.
Girl, pause, because hi, Audrey, can you tag the other guys to come in for me, please? All these big words are too much for me. Now, you probably don't know this, Judith, but I failed English, so I'm not so good at big words, right? So don't let the doctor fool you. What is a maverick? Who is a socialized maverick? It's gone all over my head.
Right.
And I'm sure they're sitting there thinking, what's a maverick? So help me break it down.
Break it down. So Maverick is someone who is willfully independent. So they will do whatever it takes to get their message out, to do the things that they want to do. And they're not as concerned about what other people think.
That sounds like me. That's what I mean.
Yeah, and a socialized maverick. It does sound like you. And a socialized maverick is concerned about collaborating with other people and having integrity and influencing, not manipulating. So that's
Oh, hold on. Pause. Sorry. We're gonna break. Those are strong things.
okay.
Influencing,
Not manipulating.
competing. You said
Yeah.
not manipulating. Great. I like that. Wow. Because I like collaboration. Because in this little small group, and the ladies in here have become, oh my God, I carry them here, like right here. And I closed the bigger Facebook group because it was a lot of manipulating. It wasn't about working together. It wasn't about helping each other. And I just couldn't deal with that space anymore. So I closed it down and opened a small group. Now, Judith, you're going to think I'm crazy. I closed a group of almost 3,000 to have a group of 7. Did you hear that?
Makes sense.
Because I needed socialized mavericks, right? People ladies who wanted to support each other, raise each other up, and be there for each other. And in this small group, sometimes I read the thread and I cry because the support in this group is phenomenal. In the last 2 months in this group alone, what I've seen in the group is in this 7 people group is what I've not seen the group I had for 2 years of 3,000.
Wow. Well, intimacy.
Intimacy. And so people are asking to come into the group, for example, and I have to be ripping them and saying no, because I'm protecting the mavericks in the group. Sounds like the right way of using the word, right?
Yes, yes.
So Judith, in doing your maverick work, tell us how you do that. How do you do this maverick work, and what does it take to be a maverick? Because I think the ladies here want to know that. What does it take to be a maverick? What are some of the qualities of a maverick?
Okay. Well, one of the qualities is being very determined. So you need to know exactly what it is that you want and be prepared to do what it takes. But you want to be ethical about it. This is not about manipulation, it's about being ethical. Yeah. It's about having a willful intention. It's about having an honest belief. So you honestly believe that what you're doing is the right thing. And then other people will follow you if they can see that. Yeah.
How do you, Judith, how do you stay within integrity? Because it's hard out there, right? Like all the ladies in this group are either coaches, trying to become coaches, they're authors, they're trainers. A lot of them are at the beginning of their businesses, some of them are at the middle of their businesses, some of them are my clients, and they're all my clients in one way. And the truth of the matter is, this space is oversaturated. It's hard to make money in. How do you stay within integrity? Because it is so to go out of it. How do you suggest and encourage these people who are watching on the replay, those who are going to be on the live now? How do you stay within integrity? Because it's hard to stay.
Well, I think integrity is twofold. It's obviously your character and intention, and it's also whether you are completely whole within yourself. So that's two separate things. So character, you are, either you have a good character or you're not. That's own self-work. And then it's obviously your intention needs to be an honest one. But the integrity in terms of you as an individual, it kind of means that wherever you are, you're you. So you're not at work and being one thing and at home and being something else. So it doesn't matter if your friends from church sees your friends from work, because they will still recognise you if they discussed you. And I think you need to know what your values are and what your principles are. And if you know that, you cannot be moved, right? I would say you can tell a socialised maverick, because they will stand up and they will lose the job if it means going against the principles. They will lose that client if it means, probably use what I've been asked to do things that I think is totally unacceptable, and I will walk away. I have walked away. You know, I left a job once, and my boss said, "It's probably just as well you're leaving because you're too honest to work here. Too honest to work there." Unbelievable.
Thank you very much, Judith. It's very hard though when you have responsibilities and you're the breadwinner and the bills have to be paid to walk away from me. But you said something that was very profound for me. It's about who you are first as a person, your character. And I know that I turn away people all the time. I don't work with everybody. I didn't know that was being a maverick. I just know that my spirit says, if my spirit says no, I'm not working with you. And I don't change who I am because I am. Well, you met me at a formal prestigious event. It was in the Royal Bank of Scotland building. And you see me on Facebook. I hope I'm not different at all.
No, you're exactly the same.
I just need to show up as me all the time. And I try to tell my girls in here that, girls, you know what? Just show up as you. Just be yourself. So, sorry, the difference that you might find is that I come on Facebook very untidy a lot because it's part of who I am. I'm not the very prim and proper girl. But when I show up, this is who I am. This is me. And I think when you show up in authenticity, people will buy you as you are.
Yes,
right?
I think the difference now is something I predicted many years ago, is that people are looking for tribes, right? So if you stand where you are, people will come. And it takes faith to believe that. But people who you want to work with will come to you because they like what you've got. I mean, I've had that where people have come up to me and said, "I want to work with you. I don't know what I want to do, but I trust you and I want to do something." And they know that I would never work with, never try and manipulate them for money or anything like that. And if you can meet people for the first time and they can trust you, especially if your people are coaches and stuff, that's an important start.
It says that you vibe your tribe, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, you vibe your tribe. So you stand where you are and people will come to where you are. In this group, I think I have some of the best people on Facebook in this group. And it's a small group because it's women who are standing in their integrity and women who they're supporting each other. All of us in this group have been through something. And I don't, Judith, do you think when you've been on a particular journey, do you think that helps to determine the maverick you become? Do you think that has something to do with it?
Yes, because how do you know who you are until you've been tested?
Ooh, boom. I love that. Boom. How do you know who you are until you've been tested? God, I like it.
Yeah, if life is easy, who are you? What do you believe in? What do you stand for? I think mavericks are formed when they have to fight, right? And I don't mean necessarily physical fight. So I think, we are born as people pleasers, right? Because if we didn't please our parents, they would not feed us. We would die, right, as babies, right? So we learn that. But what happens is that mavericks reach a point in very early childhood where something happens and they have to go, "I need to do this myself. I can't trust that." Whether it's mental, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical, the maverick goes, "No, I can't rely on you on this. I need to do it myself." And I think it's at that point the maverick is formed.
I love this. Some of the comments in the chat, "What do you stand for?" is a question by Moya. Audrey says, "Real talk." Moya says, "Boom." Boom is my boom. Audrey says, "Yes, yes." Moya said, "Be authentic to who you are." Quit because it was going against my character. And I love this because I asked you to come because I know that this will resonate with my girls. Tell us how you got on this journey, because I know that you were in corporate England, making some big money, and then decided to become a maverick. Like, hello, where and what took you? Because that's important for us to understand. Because here's the thing, Judith. People look at me and they think, "Oh my God, Ava, oh my God," but they don't understand that there was a journey, right? There was a journey. Tell us about your journey, because I'm interested to understand it a little bit more.
Okay. Well, I think I've always been in roles where I was too young to do it. All right, so I always had responsibility and managing people, and I was always the youngest and often the only woman. So that required, the ability to stand up for yourself and have impact. And I remember my first real job at 17, and my boss, who turned out to be a Maverick, said, "You know what? I'll never promote you." And I was like, I was 17, remember? What do you mean I'm the best person you've got? Wasn't very tactful at that age. And he said, "Yeah, but you upset people." And I'm like, "But they love me after, it's okay." And he goes, "No, it's not okay." And I really respected him. And I said, "Okay." So then I started to look around and say, what could I do to change who I am? So I could be the sort of person that he would want me to be, because I really respected him. So I looked at different areas. And as I went up the corporate ladder, I found that I was always being pulled to areas where no one else could do it. It was completely challenging. It required innovation. And I worked with people who no one could work with. And it was really easy for me. And I realised that over time, I understood Mavericks because I was one. And I had to stand up and do things that other people wouldn't do. I had to be the voice for people, to say, no, it's wrong. We're not doing it. Sometimes to be like, say, 25, a senior manager, the only woman on that senior team, and saying, I don't care, we're not doing it.
Wow.
It takes courage. Leadership takes
Wow.
courage.
Yeah. It reminded me of, so for those of us who haven't read The Mango Girl, go and get a copy of it. It reminded me of me walking away from a corporate job where I was managing a big supermarket chain because some of the principles that they stood for were just not my, as a matter of fact, I didn't walk away. I was fired. Like, let's just get it real. I was fired. Fired. I walked into the office and I was fired. And I was fired because of principle.
Yeah.
I was fired because I had issues with how certain staff was treated. I made a noise about it, especially as a mother. I didn't like how I had to be managing the people who I was their superior for. So the people who were under my command, I just didn't like how I had to treat them. And I didn't like the fact that because I'm up here and you are the cashier, I didn't like it. It bothered me. And so I became this voice, but I was seen as a threat. I was seen as disruptive. I was seen like a union. I was seen as this, the girl who was literally disrupting the status quo, and the powers that be didn't like it. So they moved me from one store to the next. And the next thing I know, I was fired. I walked into work and I was fired. But I walked away understanding that I literally stood up for something. I had mothers who were on the tills, who had their children stuck at school. And as a mother myself to a young child, I didn't feel good knowing that I can't cash up a cashier because I haven't done the rota properly because we don't have enough staff. So those values clash with my principles. And so I understand what it feels like. And to be at the place where you know that it's not feeling good here, right? Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I work for myself now as a Maverick, teaching other Mavericks to get out of the place where you don't feel like you're planted properly. And you can't, because when you are in those places, Judith, you can't fly.
No. You know what? It feels bad. One of the things with Mavericks is that if we do something wrong, we will tell the next person straight away, because we will sit there thinking it needs to be fixed. We wouldn't feel, I don't want you to think I'm lying, so I'd rather tell you now, even though you don't know, this is what went wrong and this is how I fixed it. But just so you know, this is what happened. And that, Mavericks stand in integrity, and that is what makes the difference. But it's difficult. It's difficult, but it's worth it.
Yes, I was fired too from a job because my values were different from the company. And so when you go into organizations, how important it is for you, Judith, even the interview process, to understand who you are versus who they are?
It's everything. Because at the end of the day, what is the point of joining an organisation to hate it and want to leave within the next minute or so? So I think it's fairer to the organisation to be upfront with what you wanted and what you expect. And I think when I was looking for jobs, I used to get round to that by asking the question as, what type of management style do you have? What do you expect from people? So that I could start to get a read. Because I would go into interviews and say, I need a lot of autonomy. Nobody lied about it, because I know I couldn't be micromanaged. I have to say, I need a lot of autonomy, but I'll get the job done, but you need to leave me to get on with it. And the organisations that couldn't accept that based on my own track record, that I can prove that I could get things done, they weren't right for me. You always need to go with what's right for you, because you will change other people's lives. Yeah.
Tell me, Judith, who are the people you serve now? Because I know you serve a particular audience of people. And I remember sitting in the Royal Bank of Scotland and hearing you tell people, I call it the elevator pitch. I love it. It was clear, it was concise. Tell us who you serve, because that's important for my tribe to understand. Who do you serve at the moment and how do you serve them?
Okay, there are a couple of audiences. The one that I spoke about when we was at the conference together was business people, and I said I help to define what it is that they do so that they have intention. So it's all about not just the niche; it's about tribes. How do you build a reputation? And that reputation is based on character, who you are, but it's based on track and competencies. So I will break that.
So I call myself, not me, my clients call me this. It was crazy. I'm the kick-ass coach, like seriously. And I'm like, I'm the kick-ass coach. That doesn't sound right. That might make clients not come to me. But people understand, don't mess around with her. And if you're only if you're serious, go to her. Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
No, it's a good. I stuff out, and I only work. I'll only work with people that I know can make it. Definitely say that.
Awesome. So you work with business people. I know you work with coaches as well, because you really are about helping people to really pull out their maverick, right? And just shine in their amazingness and be unapologetic about it, right?
Yeah. Right. So
I lost you there for a minute. Can you repeat that?
I amplify. So I find out what it is, which is unique, and what they do is definable, and then I amplify it. So I amplify that power back to the person, so they can do it. Because people I work with have a cause, right? The Mavericks I work with have a cause, a huge cause that they want to do. But the thing is that Mavericks need to work with other Mavericks. So yes. I help that. So I push it back at the wider space, so they can get the cause done.
I do. Thank you. Judith, it's been really good having you here. Tell us how we can connect with you, because that's important. How can we find you?
Okay. I'm on LinkedIn. Judith Germain, Germain. I have a page on Facebook again. So you can contact me by email as contact@maverickparadox.com. And my Twitter is Maverick Mastery.
Guys, I'm going to ask Judith one tip that she's going to leave for you in order to become the great Maverick this week. Because I think it's important that all of us have that place in ourselves where we understand that in order to thrive, in order to show up in the world, we have to be unapologetic about who we are. And when I started out, I remember I just was going to be myself. And my coaches were telling me, oh, Ava. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just be myself. And I'm glad I did that. What is that one thing that you would say to my ladies here and those who are on the replay? What is that one thing? If you were to ask one thing that's going to be the best Maverick Paradox, I'm going to call it here, if that's right, that they need to live by, what would that be?
Truly understand who you are, your purpose in life, stand in that and just do it.
Oh, thank you. Guys, thank you so much, ladies. It was Judith Germain, the Maverick herself, and she is all about pulling out who you are, the Maverick in you. You know, she talked about collaboration, not competing with each other, enhancing each other. I'm just paraphrasing some of the things. Standing in integrity and knowing what is your purpose. And if you want to connect with Judith, she's on Facebook, Judith Germain, she's on my page. She got an amazing book she want to tell us about. So Judith, take it away.
I wrote a book. Maverick Paradox. power behind success. So if you're an individual, the blueprint for leadership, this is the book for you.
And I've got a copy, guys, and I'm going to tell you, please do grab a copy of it. Julie, can you hold it up so we can see it again a little bit higher so we can all see the book? So the Maverick Paradox, the secret power behind successful leaders. Right now. Thank you guys for watching. Comment under here and make sure that, Judith, thank you so much for coming. I know that it's late for you. Have a great week, you Maverick. And all you socialite Maverick, thank you so much, guys. Judith, people are saying thank you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Good night.
Bye.
It's ending.